Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Showed swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone. Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
Showed swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome on into another edition of Phillies Play-by-Play with JJ. My name is Jason Joseph. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic afternoon. We got the Phillies taking on the Seattle Mariners to wrap up their three-game series this afternoon at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Time. The Phillies took the first two games of the series, and they're looking to try to get the sweep this afternoon. Luis Castillo will be on the mound for Seattle, and for Philadelphia, they will have Jesus Luzardo taking the rubber on their side. Now, Castillo this year has an 8-6 record along with a 3.48 ERA. This is a guy who has been with the Seattle Mariners for now a little bit of time. Was with the Cincinnati Reds, started off his career there, and then got traded to Seattle back in 2022. But this year, 142 in the third of an inning, 125 strikeouts on the season as well, 30 walks too, and 3.48 ERA. The last time that he did pitch, he did not look good at all. He gave up 6 earned runs against the New York Mets, and well, they were able to come back and win, but he gave up a lot of runs in that game, including 3 home runs, and was only able to get 5 strikeouts. He did allow 1 walk, but he was just all over the place. And so the Phillies are going to have to try to do what it takes to get him out of the game again. I know that he's been... I know that before that he actually had a very good outing against the Tampa Bay Rays. He went 7 innings. He only gave up 2 solo homers and was able to strike out 5. But even the outing before that, 4 1/3, 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts in that game. But he's been, overall, the last couple of games, he's been a little bit shaky. But we know that when he's healthy, he can be a very, very good pitcher. So we'll see which version Seattle gets from him today. But in regards to the Phillies, if he's leaking oil, if he's leaving pitches out over the middle of the plate, you're going to have to try to find a way to capitalize. You're going to have to really fight off pitches against him, make this guy work, keep the ball let the game come to them and not force the game. But in regards to the Phillies today, they will have Jesus Luzardo on the mound. And Luzardo this year has also been pretty inconsistent. You never know what you're going to get from him, right? He's been one of those guys where when he's on, he looks like a Cy Young pitcher. And when he's off, it's just pretty bad. It's two very extremes when it comes to Jesus Luzardo. He has a 4.21 ERA on the season, an 11-6 record. Last time he did pitch, he went 6 innings, gave up 3 earned runs, did allow 3 walks, and he did have 7 strikeouts. The outing before that, 6 innings from him, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts, and just 1 walk allowed. You know, he is going to have the home crowd with him today, so that will certainly help him. But the Phillies are going to try to get the win for him today, and he will be on the mound. All right, so let's get into the starting lineups. Let us know who your standout player of the game is going to be today down below. Some things to note for the Mariners: no Jorge Polanco and no Josh Naylor today. So they are on the bench. And for the Phillies, no Nick Castellanos. Castellanos is out of the lineup today. And so is Edmundo Sosa. All right, Randy Arozarena will lead it off for the Seattle Mariners. Then you got Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Eugenio Suarez, Mitch Garver, Donovan Solano, J.P. Crawford. Then you got Dylan Moore and Cole Young. So Arozarena is out in left field. Cal Raleigh is catching. Julio Rodriguez is out in center field. Then you got Eugenio Suarez over at third base. You got Mitch Garver DHing. Donovan Solano at first. Brandon Crawford at short. And Dylan Moore out in right field batting 8th. And Cole Young in the 9 spot. He is playing over at second base. Zeus does have 158 strikeouts and 139 innings of work. This will be his 26th outing of the season. He does have 48 walks allowed on the season, too. This is a guy who has a four-seamer, a sweeper, a changeup, a sinker, and a slider. The sweeper, when it's on, it's on. But this is a guy who does tend to struggle from the stretch. And we've seen it throughout pretty much the whole entire year. But hopefully we get a good version of that today. All right, so let's scroll this down. Let's move this up. That looks a lot better. For the Phillies, their starting lineup will be this. It'll be Trey Turner batting in the leadoff spot. Kyle Schwarber, DH and batting second. Bryce Harper hitting third, playing over at first base. JT Realmuto is catching. Then you got Alec Bohm over at third base, batting fifth. Brandon Marsh out in left field, batting sixth. Batting seventh will be Harrison Bader in center. And then the right fielder, Max Kepler, is hitting eighth. And Bryson Stott in the 9 spot, playing over at second base. We are underway as the first pitch was taken for ball 1 to Randy Arozarena. All right. 1-0 is up high for ball 2. So, all right. We are good to go. Let's get that sweep today, says Manu. I agree. I agree 1,000%. 2 balls, no strikes to Arozarena. And the 2-0 is high for ball 3. So Luzardo has been off target so far. He threw 97 pitches in his last outing against the Nationals. 3-0, and there's a strike at the knees, delivered at 96 miles per hour. Eagles, what's going on, man? I'm at work, but you know I'm listening. Spread the word. Spread the word. 3-1. This one is fouled off right behind home plate. Hello, JJ. I was at the games Monday and Tuesday. They were great games. Go for the sweep today. Let's go. That'd be awesome. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch to Arozarena. That ball is fouled off. Luzardo was down in the count, 3-0. And the count is now full. Zeus is from Lima, Florida. He's 27 years old, 6 feet tall, 218 pounds, left-handed pitcher. The 3-2, and the Rosarina continues to fight and stay alive. Tuning in from work again, and God bless play-by-play with JJ. Got you, man. Thank you so much for stopping on by. What's up, Josh? Sorry if I sound a little bit stuffy. 3-2 pitch and a called strike 3 on the upper tier of the zone. Rosarina was not thinking that the ball was going to be right there, but it was. And Zeus gets his first strikeout of the afternoon. It was a good pitch. And it was a pretty good job by JT to frame it well, too. Here comes Cal Raleigh. And Raleigh takes way up high for ball 1. You know, the one thing that JT doesn't get enough credit for, and it's going to be a lost art when we have the robo-wumps, is framing pitches. He does a very good job at selling the calls. 1-0 pitch, and that's taken outside for ball 2. Nobody really thinks about that, but that's going to become a lost art. The 2-0. This one is popped up out over towards the third base side, and it goes out of play. What's up, Brian? How are you? That's right, John. That's a bar. 2-1 pitch. There's a big swing and a miss from Cal Raleigh. The pitch ended up sailing outside. Phillies have JT catching. They have Jesus Luzardo on the mound. Over at first base is Bryce Harper. The second baseman is Bryson Stott. You got Bohm at third. You got Turner at short. The 2-2 is fouled away. Brandon Marsh is out in left field. Harrison Bader is in center. And Max Kepler is out in right field. Kyle Schwarber is DHing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Luzardo kicks and fires the pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jesus Luzardo. Oof. So Zeus is feeling it so far. That pitch was a slider that just tailed inside. That was a really good pitch from Zeus. You thought maybe he was going to hang out over the middle. That's what Raleigh thought was going to happen. And he was certainly mistaken about that. There's a sinker that's thrown at the knees at 95 miles per hour to Julio Rodriguez. This guy certainly has a lot of power. The 0-1, that is called a strike. Looked a little bit inside. Brian Onora is the home plate umpire. You got Mike Estabrook over at first. Laz Diaz at second. And Eric Backus over at third. The 0-2 pitch. That's up high at 97 miles per hour. Rodriguez batting .259 on the season with 24 home runs. The 1-2 pitch. This ball is flied out over towards deep left field, and that ball is gone. That pitch was ready to sail into the dirt, and yet Julio Rodriguez, with just one swing, able to loft it out to left field, and Seattle takes a 1-0 lead just like that. Number 25 on the season for Rodriguez. It really was not even a bad pitch. That was not a bad pitch at all. That thing was going into the dirt, and Julio Rodriguez kept his head down, and he just floated it out to left field and just was able to get it with all that power. Here comes Gino, and Gino takes a called strike. Really, that pitch did not miss its spot at all. The pitch, and that's taken up high for ball 1. One ball, 1 strike to Eugenio Suarez. The pitch, foul ball. That's right. 1-2 pitch. This ball is popped up, but it's foul. I knew that home run was coming before it went out of the ballpark. Yeah, it's just, sometimes you just got to give credit where credit is due. That thing was going way down below the knees. It was below the knees. It was a ball, and yet he golfed it. 1-2 pitch. There's a foul ball. Luzardo with 23 pitches in this first inning so far. Phillies aren't the only game on right now. You got Blue Jays and Pirates currently going on. That game is in the top of the third inning. And Astros and Tigers just got started. 1-2 to Suarez, swing and a miss. And so, Luzardo strikes out the side. But Julio Rodriguez hits a solo homer. And we go to the bottom of the first. We'll be back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Alrighty. Alright, so the Phillies starting lineup, it'll be this. It'll be Trey Turner batting first, Kyle Schwarber second, Bryce Harper third. It's the first pitch to Trey is taken up high for a ball. Harper third, JT fourth, Bohm fifth, Marsh sixth, and the next pitch is taken for a called strike. Bader seventh, Kepler eighth, and Stott in the 9 spot. Turner is 5 for 10 in this series. 1-1 pitch, and that is inside for ball 2. He lost his 5-game multi-hit streak. 2 balls, 1 strike to Turner, and the pitch. This one's flied out over towards right center field. Rodriguez on the run, won't be able to make the catch, and the ball bounces off the top of the wall. Turner thinking 3, and he's rounding second, going over to third. The throw is not in time. A leadoff triple for Trey Turner. Nice job by Trey. He was thinking 3 all the way. Rodriguez got over to the ball. It bounced on the track, and then it hit off the top of the wall. And Rodriguez was able to throw it over towards second base. And Turner thought, well, I'm going to go on over to third base. He actually threw it to the cutoff man. And Turner able to dive in there head first. Nice job by him. And here comes Schwarber to the plate for Philadelphia. All righty, let's go. The pitch. And that is outside for a ball to Kyle Schwarber. Charge! Luis Castillo on the mound for the Seattle Mariners. 1 ball, no strikes. Castillo gets set at the belt. And the 1-0 is way outside for ball 2. We talked about Luis before. Schwarber 3 for 9 in this series with a line drive homer yesterday. 2-0 pitch as down and away for ball 3. Schwarber leads all of baseball in RBI with 104. 3-0 pitch on the way, and there's a called strike. It's been a while since Castillo has faced the Phillies. 3-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. The last time Castillo played against the Phillies, it was back in August of 2021. He went 6 2/3. He allowed 3 earned runs. It was when he was on Cincinnati. 3-2 to Schwarber, and he flies this one out towards center field. And Rodriguez goes back towards the track. He'll make the catch. Turner tags up from third. He's coming on in to score. We're tied 1-1 in the bottom of the first. There's RBI number 105 for Kyle. Nice job by him. And now Bryce Harper making his way up to the plate. So Turner got on with a triple, and Schwarber reeled him in on a sac fly. Now Harper is ahead in the count, 1-0. The pitch was outside. Harper 4 for 9 in this series, and he grounds this one sharply over towards the first base side. It's a foul ball, though. Harper is 3 for 11 against Castillo, has not homered against him. 1-1 pitch. That's up high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1 delivery, outside again for ball 3. Castillo just does not seem to have a good grip on the baseball, or it's just losing his command. That's really what it is. Castillo kicks, deals, and that pitch is outside again for ball 4, and Harper gets on with a 1-out walk. And so here comes JT to the plate. He's missing outside by a lot. 142 1/3 of an inning for Castillo this year, 125 strikeouts. .38 walks allowed. Here comes JT. JT swings and misses at a four-seamer that was high at 94. What a series he's had. His average is now up to 278, folks. The 0-1, that misses off the plate for ball 1. Since June 1st, he's batting .326 with 22 RBI, 19 extra base hits, and a total of 70 hits. Here's the 1-1. Line drive, base it out to left field. Harper's going to stop over at second base. Arozarena gets down on one knee to let the ball come to him. And JT gets on with a single with 1 out in the bottom of the first. I think that JT was anticipating that he was going to go with a fastball there at the knees. Looked like he was right on top of it. He just continues to be a hitting machine for Philadelphia. Gives Solano a little hug over at first. And a timeout is taken. Cal Raleigh wants to get on the same page with his pitcher. 2 hits for Philadelphia in this bottom of the first inning. They were down 1-0. Julio Rodriguez hit a solo homer out to left field on a one-handed swing. And then Trey Turner had a triple, and Kyle Schwarber tied it up on a sac fly to make it a 1-1 ball game. What's up? I was about to ask what team he was on, JJ. The Reds. Here comes Bohm. Bohm takes a pitch that looked inside, but it's called strike one. Thought I heard something about 400 for JT. Is that back? Is that dating back to June? He's been red hot. 0-1 pitch to Bohm. That ball was fouled. Out of play. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button as well. It was a nice catch by that fan. That father was holding his kid in one hand and he caught the ball in the other hand. 0-2. That's inside for a ball. Nice play by him. The kid's like, I don't know. Well, what the heck just happened? He's like looking around. Mom's like, your dad just caught this. And the kid's like, whatever. What's that? 1-2. That's inside for ball two. Two balls, two strikes. That is to Alec Bohm. One away, bottom of the first. Bohm hitting 280. The 2-2 pitch, check swing. Did he go? He did. Can't believe he offered at that, but he did. And there's out number two. I just don't understand. This guy's having command issues right now. And Bohm just thinks it's okay to swing at that. And he most certainly went. Mike Estabrook was not wrong. And so there's out number two. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, folks. And subscribe to the channel as well. Turn on the notification bell icons too. Two runners on, two outs. The pitch. That is taken outside for a ball. One ball, no strikes. The 1-0 pitch. And that is called a strike. The 1-1 offering, way outside for ball two. Castillo is now 32 years old, made his debut with the Reds back in 2017, and is a three-time All-Star. Two one, and misses low and inside for ball three. He was traded for Noelvi Marte, Edwin Arroyo, Levi Stout, and Andrew Moore. And so far, one of them has made it to the majors, and that's Noelvi Marte. 3-1. That ball was fouled away. Three-two pitch. That ball was fouled off. Three-two pitch, swing and a miss. And Castillo gets a strikeout, and the inning is over. The Phillies do get a run, though. Turner led off the first with a triple, and then Kyle Schwarber reeled him in on a sac fly. We're tied 1-1, and we go to the second inning. All right, so how is everybody doing today? Let us know down below. What are your final score predictions? Who are your standout players for today? I'm going to go 6-4. I'm going to go 6-4 Phillies. I will go 6-4 Phillies. And in regards to my standout player, I will go with Trey Turner. Trey, I think, will be the standout player today. That's the craziest part, JJ. You're right. Why are you swinging that situation? It's wild. I'm hoping Seattle wins 6-3 or 4. Gotcha. Same score as yesterday, JJ. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I did not even think about that. It's wild. All right, so we are going to the second inning. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Garver, Solano, and Crawford are all due up. I can't believe that Garver's 34 years old. I remember when he was on the Twins. Played with them from 2017 to 2021. Won a World Series with the Rangers. That's right. I forgot about that. Garver is going to be batting on the right side. The pitch. There's a line drive. That's over the head of Trey Turner. Out to left field for a base hit. And Garver gets on with a leadoff single off of Jesus Luzardo. Now Donovan Solano comes up. The former Giant takes a called strike at 94 miles per hour. Solano is playing over at first today for Josh Naylor. The 0-1 to Solano, swing and a miss. Solano is 37 years old. Started off his career with the Marlins, spent 1 year with the Yankees, and then was out of baseball from 2017 and 2018. Came back to the majors in 2019 for the Giants. And then after 2021, he went to the Reds. Then he went to the Twins. And then the Padres. And now he's on the Mariners. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Jesus Luzardo gets himself his fourth strikeout of the ball game. Let's go, Zeus. I was going to say, I'm curious to see how he does delivering from the stretch. And in that particular at-bat, he did good. J.P. Crawford is up, and he looks at a sweeper that's at the knees on the outside edge for strike one. The 0-1, swing and a miss. Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss, Emma Fox. Condolences. The ball is 2 strikes. Zeus kicks, fires. And it's a low and outside for ball 1. What's up, Taste Buds? Thank you so much. If that was you who just subbed, thank you very, very much. What's up, bud? Thanks so much for stopping on by. The 1-2 delivery. That is down and away for ball 2. Just tuning in, JJ. What's up, PJ? Good afternoon, everybody. The 2-2 pitch to Crawford. Swing and a miss. All 5 outs have been recorded via strikeout for Jesus Luzardo. That time he went with the fastball towards the upper third of the zone. And Crawford was just late. 2 gone, top of the second. And up to bat is Dylan Moore. And he looks at a sweeper at the knees for strike 1. Look, he's getting ahead in the counts. He's attacking the zone. And he's going to every pitch. Every pitch seems to have a purpose. The 0-1, there's a swing and a miss. And I know that it sounds weird to say that, but sometimes when you watch Zeus pitch, he'll go to the sweeper, but it doesn't make sense to do that. If a guy is late on 2 fastballs, why not go with the fastball again? Dylan Moore is batting .317 against interleague teams this year. The 0-2, swing and a miss. All 6 outs have been recorded via strikeout for Zeus. He has struck out 3 in a row, and that is how the second inning ends. All from the stretch, too. That is awesome. All right, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back. That's the first pitch. The first pitch was in there for a strike to Harrison Bader. The next pitch is outside for a ball. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That ball was fouled right behind home plate. And so the count is now 1-2. If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell icons too. 13 home runs for Harrison Bader, and 42 RBI as well. 1-2 pitch, ground ball, backhanded over at third base by Suarez. The throw is over the first baseman's head, and Bader's going to easily go on over to second base as Garver has to go chase after the ball. A terrible throw by Gino, and Bader is at second. That thing was way up high, and in football terms, it was absolutely incomplete. He backhanded it and then just threw it way over the head. If maybe Solano was 9 feet tall, he would have caught it. That's how far above his head it was. It's an E5. And now Max Kepler is coming up. He's playing for Nick Castellanos. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. The pitch to Kepler, and that is on the outside corner for a called strike. Kepler 2 for 5 in this series with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Bader leads off at second. The 0-1 pitch is grounded over to first base, backhanded by Solano. The flip back over to Castillo, who covers the bag, is in plenty of time, and Bader heads over to third just because of that ground out. Let's go. At least Kepler gave you a productive out there. That's pretty much the bar for him now. So 1 away in the bottom of the second. And Bryson Stott is coming up to the plate. He has 3 hits in this series, including a solo homer, which occurred yesterday. And he takes a 4-seamer down the middle for strike 1. Infield playing in, and they're also playing in the pole. The 5-6 hole is wide open. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Castillo went with a fastball in the upper third of the zone towards the outside part of the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, up high for a ball. One ball, 2 strikes. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Castillo gets the signs, gets set at the belt, and the 1-2 is fouled away. Stott is 27 years old. Was the Phillies' first-round pick back in 2019. The 1-2 pitch, and he takes it low for ball 2. Went to University of Las Vegas. The 2-2 pitch, another foul ball. Work up that pitch count. Try to find a way to get on base. Bader is over at third. The 2-2 pitch to Stott, and he takes it outside and high for ball 3. Turner waits in the on-deck circle. He tripled his last time up. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We're tied 1-1. And the 3-2 pitch, that ball was fouled away. Julio Rodriguez had a one-handed swing on a homer that was golfed, and it was about ready to head into the dirt. That was the only run allowed by Zeus. And then the Phillies tied it up in the bottom of the first on a sac fly from Kyle Schwarber. 3-2 pitch, line drive, hit out over towards right field, and that's going to go over the head of Dylan Moore. And so Bader's going to score. It's 2-1 Phillies as Bryson Stott goes over to second base. He's on with a stand-up double. Stott hammered that pitch, and that's what happens when you work up the pitch count. He got a pitch down the middle. A mistake was thrown by Castillo. And that was a great at-bat from Stotts. That's his 17th double of the season. And now Turner comes up, and he fouls off a fastball at 95. I think that was Stott's best at-bat that he's had this year. Really. No balls, one strike. The 0-1 to Turner, way inside for ball one. We take a look at the standings in the National League. Got to tell you that the Phillies are 5.5 games above the New York Mets. 1-1 pitch to Turner. Line drive hit out over to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Stott's going to pump the brakes. He's over at third base. And the King is coming up to the plate. Kyle Schwarber is coming up. And runners are at the corners. Another pitch down the middle. Mislocated fastball. And Turner was able to get the barrel on it. Squared it up. Didn't want to do too much with it, and just hit a bullet out to left. And timeout taken. The pitching coach is going to have a conversation with Castillo, and Kyle has the table set. Very nice. Schwarber had a sac fly his last time up. It's 2-1 Phillies. All righty, King. Let's go. By the way, the Astros are 1.5 games above the Seattle Mariners. The Astros have lost 3 in a row. The Mariners have lost 4 in a row. The Rangers have lost 2, and so have the Angels. First pitch to Schwarber, and he goes fishing after a changeup. And that was fouled off. Turner was going on the first pitch. And because the ball was fouled, he has to go back to first. All right, come on, chat. Let's go. Let's go. Charge! No balls, one strike to Kyle Schwarber. The 0-1 to Kyle, and he fouls it off. Schwarber is hitting .280 against American League teams with 17 homers and 43 RBI. 0-2 to Schwarber, and he takes it in the dirt for ball one. Well, the Phillies capitalized on the air from Eugenio Suarez. Let's see if they can add on more. One and two is the count. And the pitch is down for ball two. Astros getting shut out again. That's only in the top of the second. But they are losing 6-0. Toss bat to first. Not in time. Hit that thumbs up button, folks, and subscribe to the channel as well. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We have 69 likes. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Schwarber. And the pitch is down for ball 3. Turner goes. The throw over the second, not in time. Crawford got to it. And he was running towards home plate just to make sure that Stott wasn't going to go. The count is full. And there's 2 runners in scoring position for the Phillies. And that gets rid of the double play. Crawford stared over at Stott's way just to make sure he was not going to go. Now the infield is going to shift inwards towards the infield turf. Three balls, two strikes to Kyle Schwarber. The payoff pitch, ground ball hit over to first base. Stott is going to come home, and now he's going to get caught into a rundown. Turner will head on over to third base. The throw from Suarez back over to Crawford, and Crawford tags out Stott. And so Kyle is over at second base, and there are two outs. That was hit sharply over to first, and Stott goes back into the dugout. So let's see what the scoring is on that. That should go down as a 3-2, 6-1-5 fielder's choice, I believe. 3-2. There's 5. And there is 6. A 3-2-5-6. No, a 3-2-5-1 fielder's choice. That's what it was. Here comes Bryce Harper, and he grounds this one over towards second base, and the throw over to first is in time. And the inning is over. The Phillies, with all of that, just come away with one run on an RBI double from Bryson Stott. And we're going to the third inning. It's 2-1 Phillies. Okay. One last time. We'll be right back. No problem, JJ. We're not mad at you. I just wanted to make sure that that was correct. But yeah, my mistake. I grounded out like Bryce Harper did there. It's all good, though. Top of the third, Phillies lead at 2-1. Zeus has gotten all 6 of his outs with a strikeout. The pitch, that's low for a ball. I've never tried infield grass. Does it roll the same as other grass? 1-0 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. Anybody else want to chime on into that conversation? The 1-1. And that is low for ball 2. It has aromatic hints of tobacco juice and sunflower. Ooh. 2-1 pitch on the way. This ball is flied out over towards left field. Marsh gets under it, makes the catch, and there's the first out recorded that wasn't a strikeout. Come on, Marsh. Why'd you have to catch that? That was Cole Young who flied out to left. Randy Arozarena is up. And he takes outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 on the way is taken on the outside corner at the knees for strike 1. Orange batting gloves for Randy. The 1-1, and that is down for ball 2. Luzardo gets set at the Phillies' letters. Kicks, deals, and a Rosarina fouls off the next pitch. Phillies have 5 hits today, 2 runs to show for it. Mariners have 2 hits, 1 run. The 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss. And that is strikeout number 7 from Jesus Luzardo. Nice. He is on with that sweeper. It is just so deadly today. There are 2 outs. Top of the 3rd, and Cal Raleigh comes up, and he looks at a 4-seamer on the inside corner for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, and the 0-1 is swung on and missed on a sweeper that was in the dirt. And the count is 0-2. We might be watching something special, guys. 7 strikeouts, and we're not even through the 3rd inning. No balls, 2 strikes to Raleigh. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a foul ball. He just got a piece of it. And I believe that got a piece of Brian Onora. Zeus has 48 pitches. Ooh, that got him right on the ankle. No balls, 2 strikes. Luzardo kicks and fires. And the ball is fouled a long distance out to left field. A nice catch by that fan in the 3rd deck. Luzardo with the 0-2 on the way. Check swing. Did he go? No. The pitch was low. What's up, Asia? How are you? What's going on, Asia? Thanks for coming on here. Luzardo with the 1-2 pitch to Cal Raleigh. Swing and a miss. He's done it. Give him 8 cheers in the chat. Let's go, Zeus. That's the 2nd time that he has struck out Cal Raleigh. Woo! Jesus Luzardo coming out there with the fire. Beautiful. Who had this on their bingo cards? 8 strikeouts in 3 innings for Jesus Luzardo. Only 2 hits allowed. Dan says, how true is it that MLB is redoing divisions? It's true. They've been talking about this for a while. And now, all of a sudden, people are starting to care about it because, you know, this was a proposed plan that happened like years ago. But they've been in the talks about doing this for a little bit of time. It's not a new thing. It's just getting more and more attention, I guess. But this, wouldn't happen for another at least 3-4 years from what I've heard. Now, I'm not an insider, so don't take my word for it. But from what I know, it wouldn't happen for at least another couple of seasons. Man. All right, we're going to the bottom of the third inning. Phillies lead it 2-1. I don't know what the format would be. They haven't really talked about it. I mean, Rob Manfred, the reason why I guess that's getting blown up is because Rob Manfred talked about it on Sunday Night Baseball. But, yeah. It's not happening next year. I'll tell you that. That is a fact. They'd have to they're working on getting a couple of expansion teams. So I guess that this would mostly be like a 3 to 4 year plan, from what I've heard. Bottom of the third, and Castillo back out there on the hill, and the pitch is taken for a strike. What's up, Dan? How are you? Thanks for stopping on by. JT is up at the plate. He's 1 for 1, and he fouls off the very next pitch. The count is 0-2. The Phillies are looking for their 40th win at the bank. They are 39-21. 0-2 pitch, ground ball, topped over to shortstop. J.P. Crawford has it. Sidearm throw over to first is in plenty of time for the first out. Eight strikeouts through 3 innings from Jesus Luzardo. He could get to 10 by the 4th. The pitch to Bohm. And he looks at a pitch down the middle for strike 1. Phillies this year have put up 593 runs, which is the most in the NL East. They've given up a total of 503 runs. So their plus run differential is at plus 90. The Dodgers' plus run differential is at 94. 0-2 pitch to Bohm. Line drive off the glove of Eugenio Suarez on a diving stop, and that ball dies. It goes over towards the tarp, and so Crawford has to go chase it along with Randy Arozarena, and Bohm's going to go to second base. So Suarez was playing over towards that third base line, and he tried to make a backhanded stop on a dive. It bounced off his glove, and then the ball just started to roll slower. And Bohm was able to cruise over to second and get on with a double. Nice. And so he is over at second with 1 out. That is his 13th two-bag of the season. And now Brandon Marsh is up. He's 0 for 1. And Marsh swings and misses at a slider right down Broad Street. It's 0-1. Castillo's pitch count is at 62. No balls, 1 strike. And the 0-1 is high for ball 1. The Mariners' plus run differential is at plus 24. They've allowed 556 runs. Have put up 580. 1-1 pitch. And there's a foul ball. But listen to this. The Cubs' plus run differential is at plus 115. And the Brewers, can you believe this? Plus 163. They have put up 650 runs, which is the most in baseball, and they have allowed 487. The pitch to Marsh. Line drive, base it out to right field. It takes a hop in front of the right fielder, Dylan Moore. Bohm is going to stop at third base. I don't think he would have been able to score. And so Dusty Watson held the stop signs for him, and Marsh singles out to right. All right. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. You got Bader up at the plate now. 1 out, bottom of the 3rd inning. The pitch to Harrison Bader. Ground ball hit over to third base. The throw to second. There's 1. The throw to first. There's 2. Around the horn we go on the double play. And the inning is over. We are going to the top of the 4th inning. Phillies strand 2 more base runners. And Julio Rodriguez will lead it off for Seattle. Yeah. Dang, I didn't even know that stat. Good work by you, JJ. Thanks. I try. Trying to do that a little bit more, trying to incorporate more stats into this. It's a lot. That's like really impressive. When you really think about it, you know, the Yankees put up a lot of runs. They put up a lot yesterday. They have 649 runs scored, which is 2nd most in all of baseball. But the problem with them has been their pitching. They've allowed 540 runs. Really, just their bullpen has just been so bad. Brewers' pitching has just been so strong. Let's take a look at some of the other MLB scores. So the Blue Jays are down 2-1 to the Pittsburgh Pirates. That game is in the top of the 6th inning. Phillies lead at 2-1 against the Seattle Mariners as they go to the 4th. Feels like that the Phillies should be up by a lot of runs. The Tigers, on the other hand, lead at 6-0 against the Houston Astros. Detroit had a walk-off walk. In last night's game, it was just a 1-0 score. Tariq Skubal had 10 strikeouts and looked absolutely dominant out there, as he always does. And Hunter Brown looked very good, too. What's up, Chris? How are you? Julio Rodriguez is up. Luzardo kicks and deals, and the ball is popped up behind home plate, and it goes well out of play. Hit the second deck. I believe I saw Dusty multiple times up in Everett, the former rookie low, and now high A. 0-2 pitch. There's a foul ball. No balls, 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. The 0-2 is down for a ball. So in case you're just wondering how do we get here, Julio Rodriguez had a solo homer in the top of the 1st inning. And then the Phillies, well, Trey Turner tripled, and Kyle Schwarber hit a sac fly to tie it back in the bottom of the 1st. The count is now 2-2. Bryson Stott also had an RBI double that was in the 2nd inning. 2-2. That misses low for ball 3. Got to be careful here. Definitely don't want to give this guy a fastball at the knees. 3-2 pitch. This ball is grounded back up the middle for a base hit. And so Bader gets over to it, and Julio Rodriguez has found a way to solve Jesus Luzardo. He has 2 hits. That was a fastball at the knees, but Rodriguez was not looking to try to kill it. Eugenio Suarez is coming up. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Suarez was late on that fastball at 95. Gino, his average is down to 237. Does have 30 homers. Rodriguez is going to go. The throwback over to first and now over to second base. And he is out on the swipe by Stotts. He went early there. See, I've been trying to tell people that it's not just the Phillies that have made base running mistakes. Other teams have been doing the same thing where they just go way too early. And I think that part of the reason why that there have been these problems, really, not to speculate, but it seems to me that with the assistive technology that's out there to communicate, people are just going too early and they're not able to communicate as well because of that. No balls, 2 strikes to Eugenio Suarez. And so the 0-2 is taken at the knees. There's strikeout number 9. And so Rodriguez was out at second, and Suarez down on strikes. Therefore, there's 2 outs in the top of the 4th. The pitch. There's a foul ball from Mitch Garver. The ball is 1 strike to Mitch, who singled in the second. The 0-1 pitch. That's low for a ball. Come on, Zeus. Come on, chat. Let's see those Zeus emotes. 1-1 pitch on the way. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. Marsh on the run. Makes the sliding catch. And the inning is over. And we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, 2-1 Phillies. Good help on the defensive side from Philadelphia as Zeus is able to get out of the inning without a scratch. We'll take that. Phillies have 73 wins on the season. Kepler will lead it off for Philadelphia. Then it'll be Bryson Stott and Trey Turner that are due up next. Let's go, Zeus. Let's go. We got 242 people rocking with us. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and hit the thumbs up button as well. We're at 88 likes. We're not even at 100 yet. Let's go. What are we doing? Got to get to the 100 marker. We are also, by the way, 72 subscribers away from getting to 7,000. 72 more subscribers until we get to 7,000. Don't forget, tonight we have Diamond Zone, which is basically MLB Red Zone. We're going to get started at 6:30. At 6:30, we'll get started with MLB Diamond Zone. That's what I'm planning on doing. I think 6:30 is a good time. So by that time, we'll have the end, most likely. This will be the schedule. It'll be probably the end of the Diamondbacks-Guardians game. And then we got Miami and St. Louis starting at 6:40. We got the Mets and the Nationals at 6:45. And then we go all the way into the night. It's during the 7 o'clock hours. We got the Braves and the White Sox, the Rays and the Yankees, the Twins and the Athletics, and the Royals and the Rangers. And then during the 8 o'clock hour, it'll be Cubs and Brewers, Rockies and Dodgers as well. And then at 9:30, it'll be Angels and Reds and Padres and Giants. So it'll be probably a 6-hour stream, and I hope that you guys come on for that. The 1-0 pitch is taken down for ball 2. It's a lot of fun. We do like a whip around, and there's a lot of drama. Non-stop action. We don't really take a lot of breaks. The 2-0, that's outside for ball 3 to Max Kepler. And he takes the 3-0 all the way for strike one. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Phillies lead it 2-1 thanks to a sac fly from Kyle Schwarber, 105 RBI on the season now for him. And also an RBI double from Bryson Stott. Ohtani is pitching tonight. We'll be able to see that. That'll be cool. 3 balls, 1 strike. And the 3-1 offering is in there for strike two. Framber Valdez is getting rocked. Yeah, he is. What's up, David? 3-2 pitch. Foul ball. Valdez is getting shelled. 7 earned runs in 3 innings. The payoff pitch to Kepler, and he flies this one out to right field. That's going back towards the track. Goodbye, baseball! A line drive laser by Kepler, his 13th of the season. See you later. There's a fastball down the middle. And Kepler, with the power that he had, able to tattoo it out to right. Nice. Very good swing by him there. And now Bryson Stott is coming up. Well, I guess you got to give Rob Thompson credit for playing Kepler over Castellanos. The pitch. That is outside for ball one. One ball, no strikes to Bryson Stott. Castillo kicks and deals, and that pitch was way outside. It's called a ball. That was not even close. Not even close. 1 ball, 1 strike. The next pitch, this ball is popped up out over towards the third base side to get out of place as Stott, and Suarez drops the ball. Oh my gosh. He went over towards the tarp, and he could not catch it. It hit the glove. And Stott lives to see another day. He's made 2 mistakes over at third. And that was a big one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-2 is down for ball 2. I can already hear some of the fans that were saying this is why we did not want Suarez. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, line drive, base it out to right field, and Stott able to get on with a single. This is what happens when you get second chances. And Stott able to capitalize and punch the baseball out to right. Man. And so that'll bring up Trey Turner to the plate. Our Suarez is definitely better, says Colton. Turner on a 10-game hitting streak. 5 extra base hits and 20 total hits during that streak. And the pitch, ground ball, it's sharply over to third base. The throw to second, there's 1. The throw to first. And Turner, did he beat it out? They say that there's 2 outs. So it is a 5-4-3 double play. Suarez able to redeem himself after that. He actually made a good defensive play there. It's hard to get Turner to the ground into a double play. It's really hard. So there's 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning. Kepler did give the Phillies some insurance for now. A solo homer. And here comes Schwarber. Schwarber takes outside for ball 1. We forgot to play his entrance song. Get those trumpets out. Charge! The 1-0 pitch to Kyle. Swing and a miss. Got a change up there, and it was at the knees. One ball, one strike. The pitch on the way. Line drive, base hit out to right field. And that's going to get by Moore. Schwarber's thinking 2. He's going to go over to second base. The throw is late, and he's at second. And now Bryce Harper is coming up to the plate. So Schwarber doubles. 2 productive at-bats for him. And Harper is due up next. Schwarber on the season with 20 doubles. Here comes Harper. Pitch number 1, way outside for ball 1. Let's go, chat. Come on. Let's go. Charge! The 1-0 pitch outside again. Same spot, same velocity. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. Edward Luzardo is warming up in the Seattle bullpen. Already, 84 pitches for Castillo. 2-0 pitch outside for ball 3. And so the count is 3-0. We got Roy here. What's up, Roy? Thank you all so much for being on here. 3 balls, no strikes to Bryce Harper. The 3-0 pitch, and that is just inside for ball 4. And Harper will head over to first base. Max is here. What's going on, Max? How are you? What's up, Max? Woo! What's up, Max? Philly's doing pretty good so far today. It's 3-1 in the bottom of the 4th. There are 2 outs. And up to bat is JT Realmuto, who had that huge 2-run homer last night to give the Phillies the lead in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch, there's a big swing and a miss. Calm down. No balls, 1 strike. 2 away, bottom of the 4th. The pitch to JT. Fly ball hit out to center field, not deep at all. And Rodriguez takes about 3 steps towards his right side. He'll make the catch. The inning is over. However, Max Kepler goes yard for Philadelphia, gives them a solo home run, and they lead it 3-1 as we go to the 5th inning out at the bank. Okay. Harper walked. He's walked twice today. JT flat out to center. All right, let's take a sip of water. We're going to do that. Oh, man. Gotta tell you, Jesus Luzardo has been really good today. I'm curious to see how much longer he's going to go. But this is, and I don't want to speak too soon, but throughout these first 4 innings, this is his best that he has looked in a couple of months. Really. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. If the Phillies do miss Zach Wheeler if Wheeler is going to be out for the rest of the season, and we don't know yet, but maybe this is something that brings the team together. You know, maybe this is a brotherhood type of a moment for not only just the pitching staff, but maybe for the offense too. I might be reaching, I don't know, but I can't rule that out as a possibility. Like, those types of things do bring clubhouses together. I mean, we saw in 2021 when the Atlanta Braves lost Acuna, They were able to go to the World Series, and yes, did they get themselves a couple of key pieces at the deadline? They did, but you could tell that really shifted the whole entire clubhouse. Freddie Freeman talked about it almost every single day, that this was their purpose. It was to go out there and play for Acuna. You know, like, we've seen it happen before, and that is a very good recent example of that. I'm not telling you that the Phillies are going to go to the World Series, but maybe this is one of those times where they play a better brand of baseball just to honor him, you know? I don't know. First pitch, the Donovan Solano, as we start off the fifth, is taken for a strike. What do you guys think about that? The 0-1, that is low for ball one. Rachel's here. What's going on, Rachel? Always happy to see you. I'm always happy to see you. 1 ball, 1 strike. Zeus kicks, deals, swing and a miss. He's looking for strikeout number 10. It's within reach. And he will take a second to get on the same page with JT. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The windup, the pitch. There it is! Strikeout number 10. Let's go, Zeus. We're not even through 5 innings, and this guy has 10 strikeouts. Here comes J.P. Crawford, and the pitch is inside for a ball. I had to cut that. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the 5th, 1 out. 4 1/3 of an inning, 10 strikeouts, 3 hits allowed. And the pitch on the way, this ball is fouled. He's at 69 pitches. Correct, Midnight Mickey. That's the way that I look at it, too. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1, that's in there for strike 2. It's at 96 miles per hour. 50 strikes on 70 pitches for Zeus. The 1-2 delivery. It's a foul ball. The last time that Zeus had 10 strikeouts, it was against the Cubs on June 11th. 1-2 delivery. Check swing. Did he offer? No, that was a very late appeal. He has reached 10 strikeouts 3 times this year. His season high is 11, and that was in his first start this year against the Nationals. 2-2 pitch, and he just tied that. 11 strikeouts for Jesus Luzardo. Ended up going with a sweeper that just disappeared out of the zone. He pulled a string, and Crawford chased after it. 11 Ks for Zeus. He has been untouchable. And now Moore comes up, and he takes strike 1 at the knees. The sweeper has just been an absolute gem. Here's the 0-1 delivery. That's called strike 2. Another sweeper that was framed perfectly by JT. No way. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. It's high for a ball. 50 strikes, not 60. But even still. 4 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 1-2 pitch. And this ball's popped up. It's hit out over towards second base. Stotts there, makes the catch. Inning over. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. 11 strikeouts through just 5 innings for Jesus Luzardo. And Bohm will lead it off as we go to the bottom of the 5th out at Citizens Bank Park. Let's go, Zeus. beautiful. Love it. Yeah, but 3 hits is unacceptable. 3 hits allowed. Yeah, that's a pretty bad day. You're right. 3-1 Phillies. And we're going to the bottom of the 5th. 10 hits, and I'll tell you what's unacceptable. 10 hits and 3 runs. With 10 hits, I'm sorry, you should be putting up 6 runs at the very least. At least 5, for being nice. Phillies really should be up like 6-1. You know? Today, the Phillies have left 7 men on base. Phillies are also 3 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Mariners have just left 1 man on base. They don't even have an at-bat with a runner in scoring position. So now we're talking about the same thing. I think pitchers are pumped up because Wheeler is not there, says Vin. I don't know if pumped up is the right terminology. I would say that they're rallying the troops. Maybe that is the case, but again, we were going on the IL was just this past weekend. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what it is, but I feel like we need to see more. So, bottom of the 5th, get Luzardo some run support, please. Get that man some run support. Edward Luzardo is going to come on in to pitch for Seattle, so Castillo, his afternoon is done. Luzardo this year, 8 homers allowed in 62 innings of work. The pitch to Bohm, and there's a slider in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Bohm doubled in the 3rd. That was his 13th double of the season. The 0-1 pitch. It's at the knees for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. Luzardo kicks and fires, and the pitch sails low and outside for ball 1. Don't forget tonight we got Diamond Zone starting at 6:30. We'll be on for 6 hours. 1-2 pitch. That ball is outside for ball 2. I take back what I said of my player of the game. I'm going with Zeus. Says Scott. 2-2 pitch. That is low and outside for ball 3. Right now, that sounds good. Three-two pitch to Bohm. Fouled off the mask of Cal Raleigh. Bohm gives him a little pat on the back. Oof, got him square on the mask. Yikes. Three balls, 2 strikes. Bohm also struck out looking. Actually, sorry, he struck out swinging. I don't know why I said looking. Because he offered it a check swing. I can't even trust myself when it comes to keeping score. What the heck? 3 balls, 2 strikes. 10 seconds left on the pitch clock. The payoff pitch. And Bohm lines it sharply foul. Pirates lead at 2-1. They're taking on the Toronto Blue Jays. The series is currently tied 1-1. The 3-2 pitch to Bohm, and he looks at a called strike. 3 got him on the outside corner. And Edward Luzardo froze up Bohm. was a good pitch. The windup and the pitch. That is on the outside corner for a called strike. The ball is one strike. The 0-1. Ground ball. Hit over towards the right side. Second baseman picks it up. Throws it over to first. And there is out number 2. Nice. Let's go. 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. And Harrison Bader is now up at the plate for Philadelphia. Bader flies this one out to center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Rodriguez plays it on a hop. And Harrison Bader able to get on with a 2-out single for Philadelphia. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Charge! Hit that thumbs up button. We're at 115. Let's get to 200. Let's get to 200 likes. Kepler is coming on up to the plate. White batting gloves for him. He homered his last time up, and he takes off the plate for a ball. One ball, no strikes. 2 away, bottom of the 5th. The 1-0 pitch, foul ball. 71 more subscribers till we get to 7,000. We'll hit the 1,000 marker for the 7th time in play-by-play with JJ history. 1-1 pitch, fouled back towards the screen. Kepler is just above the Mendoza line at 210. One ball, 2 strikes. Luzardo gets the signs, gets set below the belt, and the pitch is inside for ball 2. If you guys want to watch the Mets game tonight, you can come on to our channel. We'll be covering them during Diamond Zone, so that'll be really cool. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Kepler. The 2-2 is grounded foul over towards the Phillies dugout. It went over to the stairwell. I think it actually went towards Edmundo Sosa's way, and he was like, come on, Max. Don't hit me. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The toss bat to first. Bader safe. 5.5. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2 to Kepler. Line drive hit out to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Bader's rounded second. He's running over to third. The throw is off the line. And Phillies have runners at the corners again in the bottom of the 5th. Max Kepler with 2 hits. And now Bryson Stott is coming up to the plate with 2 runners on. Rally time. Come on, Stott. Let's go. Good pitch, too. Charge! And it looks like that's going to be it for Luzardo, so we're going to be left in suspense to see if whether or not Stott will come through. In the meantime, we have a pitch and change. So a new pitcher's coming on in. In case you're just tuning on in, Luis Castillo is out of the game. Phillies were able to do a good job against him. 10 hits allowed by Castillo in 4 innings, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. Edward Luzardo just threw 2/3 of an inning, and the Mariners are bringing in their new pitcher. Excuse. This game is about an hour and a half. A little bit over that. Ooh, the Pirates are calling up Bubba. Bubba Chandler. He's been their top prospect. He's been one of, throughout baseball has really been giving this guy a lot of hype. That's their top pitching prospect in all of baseball. He's 22 years old. They called him up ahead of Friday's game. Wow. Good. I hope Dr. DeLay gets a lot of people on for that game. That's on Friday, right? That he's going to be making his debut? Because he's going to get a lot of eyeballs. That would be really, really good for him. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Phillies lead it 3-1. And there's runners on at first and third. Will Luzardo come back in, says Aura. Aura's like, I got to bet. Probably, yes. He's been masterful today, Aura. He's been so good. 11 strikeouts in 5 innings. Bubba is not a baseball name. Bubba is a baseball name, says Shibby. Add an exclamation point to that. Caleb Ferguson is going to pitch for Seattle. Ferguson, a former Dodger, also was with the Pirates, too. Left-handed pitcher facing the lefty Stott. And Stott takes strike one on the upper third of the zone. Stott is 2 for 2 today with a double and a single. Also had an RBI, too. The 0-1. That is outside for a ball. David Robertson is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. I don't know if Zeus is going to be done or not. Or if they're just getting Robertson warmed up. Just to get him loose. 1-1. Swing and a miss. And he is throwing. Stott is batting .300 this season with runners in scoring position. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Way outside for ball 2. Bubba Thompson. That's right. Bubba Thompson is a baseball name, correct? Two balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch to Stott. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. Rodriguez on the run. Makes the diving catch. That was a game-saving play by Julio Rodriguez. Man, he's been keeping Seattle in this ball game. And he just made another excellent catch out in center field. This is why he's regarded as one of the best center fielders in the game. And we go to the 6th inning. It's 3-1 Phillies. Okay. Ferguson dodged a bullet, and his defense had his back. That Ferguson guy is pretty good, says old man Ferguson. Well, he's baseball's top prospect, so I would assume that he's pretty good. And he has a lot of hype. But yeah, I've seen him pitch. He is really good. He is. All right, we are going to the top of the 6th inning. Phillies lead it 3-1. 69 more till we get to 7K. Woo! It would be a lot cooler if it were 4-1. Yeah. I'll tell you what would be even cooler than that. 5-1. Or how about 6-1? 9 left on base in just 5 innings. Luzardo has more strikeouts than we do with runners stranded on base. But to put it the other way, we have just 2 guys Stranded on base, then less than Luzardo strikeouts. I was trying to think of the inverse of that. Imagine 1,042-0 against the Mets. It wouldn't get old. Luzardo is pitching. First pitch is in there for strike one. Young is up at the plate. I don't know if this is going to be his last batter because of the third time in the order. But the 0-1 is fouled off. We'll see what Rob's thinking. That's what I would assume. I would say as soon as the first base runner gets on, the 0-2, and that's a foul ball. Just use the eye test. No balls, 2 strikes. Luzardo kicks, fires the pitch. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Zeus. A dozen. Woo! 12 strikeouts in 5 1/3 of an inning. So he has struck out 12 of the 14 outs. He's gotten a strikeout in 12 of the 14 outs. It's ridiculous. The pitch is in there for a strike. That's to Randy Arozarena. No balls, 1 strike. To Randy, the 0-1, swing and a miss. The four-seamer working. 0-2 is the count. Luzardo has been electric. He's going for a baker's dozen with the strikeouts. Will he get it? Here's the 0-2. It's grounded over to third. Bohm picks it up, throws it over to first. It's wide. And Harper has to chase after it. Arozarena stays at first. The ball hit the rail. It was a little bit higher. It actually bounced on into the... Did it bounce in? Because Taryn Hatcher was like right there. And I think she may have caught it. What? But no, if it went into the rail, if it went on into the dugout, then that means that they would get an extra base. So that was kind of confusing. No. Cal Raleigh is up and he takes the first pitch for a ball. So the runner's over at first. Just so happened that she was holding a baseball. I thought maybe she caught that one. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 pitch, there's a swing and a miss. Anybody else get confused about that? If they saw it? 86 pitches for Jesus Luzardo, 63 strikes, 23 balls. The 1-1 to Cal Raleigh. Fly ball. This one's hit out over towards right field. Kepler's there, makes the grab. There's 2 away. "12 of 14, your math sucks." Yeah, 12 of 14. Here comes Julio Rodriguez. And the pitch is taken for a strike. Or for a ball, that is. 1 ball, no strikes to Julio Rodriguez. That was an E5, by the way, on Alec Bohm. Toss bat to first, not in time. I second-guessed myself for a sec, but now I got that right. 1-0 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards right field. That ball's going back over towards the track, and Kepler has enough room, and he makes the catch. And we are going to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is still a 3-1 ball game. Zeus gets out of the inning, and Turner will lead it off for Philadelphia when they return. We're going to take a quick step off. We'll be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Trey Turner is coming up to the plate to lead off the bottom of the 6th. And Ferguson's still pitching, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Turner 2 for 3 with a triple, a single, a run scored, and a stolen base as well. The 0-1, we missed the pitch. That is taken for a strike. It's no balls, 2 strikes to Trey Turner. TV froze. 0-2 on the way. It's going to bounce in the dirt for ball 1. Trey is second in all of baseball in hits. He's behind Bo Bichette. Dallas, what's up, Dallas? Hit that thumbs up button. How many likes do we have? 1, 2. It's inside for ball 2. Matt Brash is warming up in the Seattle bullpen. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. Rodriguez won't be able to make the catch. It bounces in front of him. And so Trey Turner gets on with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Another 3-hit ball game for Trey. Unbelievable. Trey Turner is heating up. JT Realmuto is hot. I don't think we should say heating up anymore for Trey Turner. I think he's officially hot right now. Bryce Harper is heating up. Yeah. And Stott seems to be heating up too. Here comes Kyle Schwarber. And Schwarber takes a called strike. Kyle did double. Also had a sac fly for his 105th RBI of the season, which does lead all of baseball. Turner's at first. Schwarber's at the plate. The 0-1 pitch, and it's off the plate for ball 1. Don't tell my supervisor I'm watching the game. I won't say anything. Thanks, Larry. We're at 132. Nice. Uh-oh. The 1-1, and that's taken for strike 2. That was a sinker. It's the second time that the TV froze. Ferguson kicks and fires, and Schwarber flies this one out to right field, and there is a catch made on a sinking line drive by the right fielder for out number 1. Dylan Moore able to just catch it. Didn't have to slide. He sort of got down on his knee. He did a little lean, I would say, over towards the ball as he was able to get into a squatting position, and he caught it just from hitting the turf. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. The toss bat to first, not in time. Pitch is outside. Check swing. Did he go? They said no. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel as well. 1-0 pitch to Harper. That's down and away for ball 2. It was a slurve taken from Bryce. He's walked twice today. Harper is lifetime 1 for 3 against Caleb with an RBI. 2 balls, no strikes to Bryce Harper. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. The 2-0 pitch to Bryce, and that's high for ball 3. Charge! 3-0 pitch. There's the third walk today for Bryce. Let's go. Here comes JT. Trey is at second. And before anything occurs, we're going to have a pitch and change. Okay. So a move is going to be made by Dan Wilson. And we will see what happens. How about Framber Valdez today for the Astros? 5 innings, 7 earned runs, and 7 hits and 4 walks allowed. This is the first time that Bryce Harper has had 3 walks in a game since April 10th, according to Destiny Luzardo, who does cover the Phillies. She's a writer for Phillies Nation. She does a heck of a job. You should definitely go check out some of her pieces of writing. It's really, really good. I demand satisfaction. You know, Max, I don't know if Max Coverage TV is here, but there's that one soundbite that I really like on his channel, and I don't know what it's from, but the soundbite is, give me what I want. It's funny. Guys, if you are new to my channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. I've been on here this will be my 3rd year in December. It'll be my 3rd year. I do a traditional radio play-by-play style for Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles games. We also do Sunday Night Baseball, and we do this thing called MLB Diamond Zone. What is Diamond Zone? Well, come out tonight and check it out. It's basically Red Zone. It's baseball's version of Red Zone. If you watch Scott Hansen, and if you watch NFL Red Zone, it's basically what it is for baseball. Except, obviously, we can't show the games, so how do we do it? We change the scoreboards, and we do a whip around, and we do live play-by-play for all the big-time moments in the big games that are going on throughout baseball. There's no breaks. It's ad-free. It's a non-stop breaks, and a lot of action that goes on, and it's really, really cool. And you guys should definitely check it out. If you are into fantasy baseball, or if you love baseball, and if you have other things going on for baseball too, you should definitely check it out. You know? JT Realmuto is coming up to the plate. And by other things, I mean if you're just interested in the game. You know? Bottom of the 6th, 1 away. David Robertson is now warming up in the Phillies bullpen again. JT is up, and he takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Now, my question to you is this. If the Phillies get another run, do you keep Luzardo out there for the 7th? Because my mind says yes. The 0-1 is down for a ball. He has 89 pitches, Zeus. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 is outside for ball 2. Non-stop on breaks. You're just on breaks the whole entire time. Don't tell them my secrets. The 2-1. This ball is flied out over towards right field. It's very playable. And the catch is made by Dylan Moore. Turner tags up from second, slides on over to third base, and he's now 90 feet away from scoring. 89. I let him start the 7th, but have guys ready to come on in. As is, I would say the same thing. Kevin says he's done. I give him 1. If he lets up a base runner, I would say yes. I would say just if there's a base runner on, he's done. I'd send him out for the 7th either way, pull him if he allows a base runner, says Larry. Agreed. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Runners at the corners, and the pitch to Bohm, swing and a miss on a pitch that was not even close. It was outside, it was low. And he's down in the count already. Matt Brash is pitching. He's the 4th pitcher used by Seattle. He's 27 years old, has a 1.89 earned run average. The pitch is way outside for ball 2. And no throw made over the second as Harper jogs on over to second base without a throw. Nobody was covering the bag. Raleigh was ready to throw it. And, well, nobody was covering the bag. Harper sort of hesitated a little bit, too. I don't know why. Guess that Raleigh couldn't really get a good release from it, so that's why he was sort of slowed up. 1-1. That is on the outside corner for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Outside for ball 2. It's always interesting to me because in basketball, we always talk about, do you go for a 3 or do you go for a 2 if you're on offense and you're down by 3 points with like 18 seconds? I don't think we do that enough with baseball, and there's so many situational scenarios where we should have these combos a little bit more, and I figured that last night I wanted to sort of talk about that. The 2-2 was outside for ball 3. Brian Onora calls for time. He says that he's good. Is it a steal or is it defensive indifference? I'll let you know. I'm pretty sure it's a stolen base. That's a stolen base. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the inside corner. And the inning is over. We are going to the top of the 7th inning. Phillies lead it 3-1. Suarez will lead it off. Where is Alvarado? I don't know. He's not here. I'm here. My name might not be Jose, but if you take the first 4 letters of my last name, what does that spell? Jose. So technically, it's me. All right, we're going to the 7th inning. Phillies lead it 3-1. Gino will lead it off. Then it'll be Garver and Solano. And we'll see if Zeus goes back out there to start off the 7th inning. The Mets are 5.5 games behind the Phillies. Each team has won 3 in a row. Phillies keeping their distance. Where is JJ? I'm not here right now. I'm sorry. By the way, the Pirates are now 3 outs away from getting themselves a series win against the Toronto Blue Jays. They're going to the top of the 9th inning. It's 2-1 Pittsburgh. After the game is done, we'll have a little post-game show. You guys can come on in, voice your opinions. Call on in 610-314-0844. The phone number is listed on the ticker. It's also right below my name, which says Jason Joseph. Okay. 3-1 Phillies as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Will Luzardo go back out there is the question. Luzardo or no Luzardo? It will not be Luzardo. David Robertson is going to go out there and pitch. 1 walk in 4 innings for David. 6 strikeouts. So my assumption is that Strom goes out there for the 8th. And we have Duran for the 9th. If the score remains. Odin with the $10 super chat. First pitch is down for a ball.
Afternoon baseball, Jersey tomatoes, Jersey corn equals happy subscriber winking face with tongue.
Oh, thank you so much, Odin. One ball, one strike to Gino. And here's the 1-1 pitch. That is taken low for ball 2. Thank you so much. That's really, really nice. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel as well. And turn on the notification bell icons too. 2-1 pitch on the way to Suarez, and this ball is flied out over towards left field, and that ball is gone. That makes it now a 3-2 ball game on a solo home run by Eugenio Suarez. And so, it's a 3-2 game in the top of the 7th inning with one swing. He barreled that thing up. That's why Seattle got him, just to produce power like that. It stayed fair, and it was within the foul pole. I can already hear some of the fans. Well, we should have kept Luzardo out there. Top of the 7th. And the pitch. That's outside for a ball. Garver 1 for 2. Robertson kicks and deals. And the pitch is in there for strike 1. Tanner Banks is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. That's a foul ball. Can we have some Jersey tomatoes to toss at Romano? I was thinking you were going to say something like that. Josh Naylor is in the on-deck circle. He will pinch hit for Donovan Solano. Here's the 1-2 on the way to Garver. Strike 3 called right down the pike. There's the first out of the 7th inning. Okay. So Suarez homered. That was his 39th long ball of the season. And Garver strikes out looking. Josh Naylor is up. He's batting .255 as a pinch hitter in 60 plate appearances. 2 home runs, 12 RBI. Taylor Saucedo is also going to warm on up in the Seattle bullpen. 1 away, the pitch. That's a knuckle curve taken at the knees for strike 1. If you guys are at work, make sure that you guys spread the love, spread the word as well. Turn on the notification bell icons too, and that way you will know when we go live. JJ, even you said we should keep Luzardo out there. I did. I did say that. I did. That's true. 1 ball, 1 strike. That is true. I can mock myself, though. 1-1. That is down for ball 2. But you're right for calling me out on that. You're right. 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 7th, 1 away. And the pitch. Ground ball hit over to first base. Harper picks it up. Takes it to the bag. There's out number 2 in the top of the 7th inning. It was fine for Rob to go to the bullpen, says Quan. I would have stuck with Luzardo, but I understand the need to preserve our arms for the postseason. Yeah, I didn't think it was an egregious move. I still think that I still would have gone to Luzardo. But yeah. The pitch is outside for a ball. One ball, no strikes. The next pitch on the way, and that is called a ball. It was at the knees, clearly. Two-0 pitch, and that's outside for ball 3 to J.P. Crawford. Come on, Brian. Brian is the home plate umpire. 3-0 pitch, and that's way off the plate for ball 4. The tying run is now over at first base for Seattle. Rob is thinking about going out there. He's at the top of the stairwell. Looks like Luke Raley is going to be introduced as the new pinch hitter, and Rob Thompson is going to make a move here. And he's going to go with Tanner Banks. All right, so Banks will come on in to try to get Raley out. We'll see how he does. I actually agree with this move. I do. I do tend to agree with this move. How do you guys feel? After Crawford walks, I think you do have to go to Banks there. I would have liked Strom, but I don't think you can go wrong with Tanner Banks here. So the Phillies lead at 3-2. We're in the top of the 7th inning. There are 2 outs. 2. And Tanner Banks is going to pitch. Dr. DeLay, what's going on? Dude, Dr. DeLay, shout out to you. You had a very good audience today. I'm really happy for you, man. That's so awesome. We just wasted our 8th inning pitcher to get one guy out. Well, he's going to have to pitch. I think he is still going to pitch in the 8th inning, right? Because if Raley is coming up now, still got Cal. Yeah, I guess you're right. I learned how to redirect. You're the man, dude. I remember you said that last night. You're the man. Tanner Banks is going to come on in the pitch for the Phillies. So, how do we get here, JJ? Well, Jesus Luzardo pitched a gem today. 6 innings, 12 strikeouts, 3 hits allowed, 1 earned run, no walks. He threw 89 pitches. Phillies do lead at 3-2. He gave up a solo homer to Julio Rodriguez, not even on a bad pitch. The pitch was a ball, and it was just golfed on out of here by J-Rod. And then Schwarber tied it back in the bottom of the first after Trey Turner tripled. And Schwarber hit a sac fly. Bryson Stott then gave the Phillies a 2-1 lead on an RBI double. Kepler added on to the lead with a solo homer in the bottom of the 4th. And then Gino just hit a solo homer in the top of the 7th here to make it a 3-2 game. The ball is 1 strike to Luke Raley, who's batting .174 as a pinch hitter. The 0-1 pitch on the way, swing and a miss. That sweeper was on the outside corner. PAS is also here. Drop your links down below, my friends. We got trivia after this final out. No balls, 2 strikes to Luke Raley. 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. Raley looks back at first. Now back at the plate. It's a game of cat and mouse. And the 0-2 is down in the way for a ball. There's Jose Alvarado. Yeah. We have another lefty, guys. I forgot about that. There's another lefty available in the bullpen. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Banks gets out of the inning at the bank. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. Phillies lead at 3-2. I like that call. Banks gets out of the inning at the bank. It's beautiful. All right. We're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question, and if you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. So I was thinking, as Jesus Luzardo was wheeling and dealing in this ball game, and he was being a strikeout machine, well, who was the Phillies pitcher that had the most strikeouts in a single game? Who had the most strikeouts in a single game in a Phillies uniform? Does anybody know who was the guy who had the most strikeouts in a Phillies game in a uniform? Darren Dalton? Steve Carlton? Kurt Schilling? Cole Hamels? Robin Roberts? In a game. Lefty? Nope. All are incorrect. All are incorrect. Bunning. Mitch Williams. Cliff Lee. Martinez. J-Roll. No. Terry Mulholland. All good guesses. All good guesses. Moyer. I missed that one, sorry. Nola. Grover Cleveland Alexander. Taylor Saucedo is going to go out there to pitch. Dr. DeLay. Doc Holliday. Chooch. Chris Short. Ding. Chris Short on October 2nd of 1965 recorded 18 strikeouts. That's the most strikeouts in a single game by a Philadelphia Phillies pitcher. The pitch is taken down for a ball. Chris Short. Good job. 1-0 pitch. Net is outside for ball 2. Nice job. He looked it up. That's okay. That's fine. 2-0 pitch, and that is outside for ball 3. Chris Short. Was that on your bingo cards? 3 balls, no strikes. The 3-0, and that's way outside for ball 4. And Saucedo gives up a leadoff walk to Brandon Marsh. Spidey says Barney the Dinosaur. Matt Strahm is getting loosened up in the Phillies bullpen, and he will pitch the 8th inning. Harrison Bader is up next. The windup and the pitch. There's a fastball right down the turnpike for strike 1. We need 68 more subs to help us get to 7K. Bader is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a run scored. Here's the 0-1. That hits Bader on the foot, and he will go over to first base. Let's go, chat. Rally time. Drop the Phillies rally towels in the chat. That's just the Phillies emojis. They're really on the rally towels. Let's go. Let's go. We are Philly. And Kepler is coming up. There's a timeout taken, I assume, on the mound. They're not showing it. But it is 3-2 Phillies, bottom of the 7th. A walk and a hit by pitch to start off the inning. We'll definitely take that. And now I believe another timeout is going to be taken. So 2 runners on, bottom of the 7th. Phillies trying to add on to their lead. I believe that the Phillies do get another couple of runs in this inning. If they get a couple of runs, I would like to see Jose Alvarado pitch. Kepler is coming up. He'll show bunt. He takes it back, and it was a strike. I'm questioning why he did that. Why would the Phillies have him do that there? The pitch. That's way outside for ball one. Hit that thumbs up button, chat. And hit that subscribe button as well. Let's go! Charge! The 1-1 pitch to Kepler. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. Rodriguez is there. Makes the catch towards his left side. Marsh tags up from second. Heads over to third base. And he's 90 feet away from scoring. Max Kepler has had a productive at-bat in each of his at-bats today. I mean, I know he had the ground out in his first at-bat, but he got a runner over to third. And this time he flies out to straightaway center field, and he does the same thing. He also had a homer, and he also had a single as well. And Bryson Stott is due up next for Philadelphia. Stott with an RBI double, a single, and he's 2 for 3. Stott shows bunt. The pitch is outside. Raleigh with a little pitch out there. I think that was a pitch out, and Raleigh looked over at third. Just to make sure that the runner was going to stay there. 1 ball, no strikes. Falco is over on Twitch. What's going on, Falco? Runner goes. The pitch on the way. Ground ball past the dive of the third baseman out to left field. 1 run's going to score. Bader's going to go over to third base. It's 4-2 Phils. Marsh came home. He was running for his life. And Stott able to line it down the third base line. I gotta tell you, Brandon Marsh did a very good job distracting Suarez there because he was going over to third, and then the ball that was hit by Stott got by Eugenio Suarez, and it fooled him because he had to go back for the ball. Let's go. The pitch is taken down for a ball. That was caused by Brandon Marsh. He did a great job just running the home plate. Suarez had to think and go back over to third, and as the ball was hit, it just got by him. 1 ball, no strikes. The toss back over to first, not in time. That's how you get into their heads. It's all that we've asked. Think they'll let Luzardo break the record. He's out of the game, my friend. Runner goes. The pitch is down for a ball. Raleigh fumbles the ball. And now Stott's at second base. Oh, my gosh. Phillies playing small ball. And Stott's in scoring position. Turner's ahead in the count. Raleigh got up, and as soon as he tried to get it into his throwing hand, he fumbled it. The 2-0 pitch, and that's taken for a called strike on the upper third of the zone. And now Alvarado is getting loosened up, so I guess Rob was thinking the same thing. 2-1 to Trey Turner, and he takes a pitch that's at the knees for strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Bader at third. Turner at second. The 2-2 to Turner. And that is fouled off. Stott's at second. Did I say Turner at second? Sorry. Bader at third. Stott at second. Turner is up. Turner just fouled off the next pitch. Infield playing in. First base line wide open. The 2-2 delivery to Turner. Ground ball hit over to second base off the glove of Cole. And so another run scores. Bader comes home. Stott stops at third. And King Kyle coming up. Don't you love small ball? I do. Cole Young with a rookie mistake over at second base. He tried to dig it out on the backhand, and it deflected off of his glove. And now Kyle Schwarber is coming up. Schwarber takes the first pitch way outside for a ball. Turner heads over to second base. That gets rid of the double play. What's that, the third stolen base in this inning alone? It's 5-2 Philadelphia, bottom of the seventh. 1 out, 1 ball, no strikes to Kyle Schwarber. The pitch on the way, ground ball past the dive of the first baseman. And so, Stott's going to score. The throw is drawn to the plate, and it's off the line. Turner scores. The ball gets by Raleigh, and Kyle Schwarber goes to second. This crowd is absolutely on their feet and chanting, and they are absolutely loving it. That was a bullet hit by Kyle. Naylor could not get to the ball, and so the Phillies get a couple more runs. Another smooth slide, too, by Trey Turner. Let's go! Here comes Bryce Harper to the plate. He's walked 3 times. A terrible throw, too, out in right field by Dylan Moore, that is. The pitch to Harper, foul ball. That's hit right back behind home plate. Charge! Harper with 3 walks and a stolen base. The pitch to Bryce, it's low for ball 1. Serene Leo is warming up in the bullpen for Seattle. Still 1 out, bottom of the 7th. The 1-1 to Harper. Ground ball into left field for a base hit. Schwarber's rounding third. He's being waved home. It's now 8-2 Phillies. It's a train and a chain of events going on in Philadelphia as the line keeps moving. It's great. Keep them coming, Philadelphia. And that's going to be it for Saucedo. His afternoon is done. It's 8-2 Phillies. Let's go. Great inning. This was outstanding. All it took was for them to get into their heads. That one play by Brandon Marsh where he was over at third, he was coming home, distracted Suarez. Suarez was thinking about going back over to third. He got him on his toes, and Stott with a hit right by him. That's what you call a hit and run situation, and they executed that perfectly. That was textbook. It was awesome. What's up, Lugo? How are you? I'm all fired up. Keep it rolling. Have a seat. Bring out the popcorn. Okay, we can let Romano pitch to 2 or 3 batters now. This should be a wake-up call for the Mets, says my man Falco over on Twitch. Guys, if you have not done so, please go hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We are 68 subscribers away from getting to 7,000. We got another edition of Diamond Zone tonight. If you guys want to come on for the Mets game, we'll be covering that while we do Diamond Zone. That'll be very awesome. And I hope to see you all there. I need a sip of water. "17 hits with runners in scoring position. Who are these guys?" 17 hits. How are they doing with runners in scoring position? We'll take a look at that right now. They are 7 for 18 now with runners in scoring position. That's a lot better than 4 for 14. Leo is going out there to pitch for Seattle. There's still one out in the bottom of the 7th. It's been a 5-run 7th inning for the Phillies. The pitch to JT, that's way inside for ball 1. One 0 pitch, swing and a miss. Joe, thank you so much for the sub. 1 ball, 1 strike to JT. And here's the pitch. That's down for ball 2. Watching on both to help the algorithm. Michael! Alvarado is still warming up. Strom, sit down. 2-1 pitch to JT. Swing and a miss. Harper had a stolen base. Turner had 2 stolen bases. Stott also stole. And so the Phillies have 4 stolen bases in this game. I feel like that has to be the most that they've had in a while. 2 balls, 2 strikes to JT, and the 2-2 is way up high for ball 3. This is honestly the best inning that the Phillies have had in a while. The battling, the grinding, the pressure, really. This is great. 3-2 to JT, inside and low for ball 4. And so he's now over at first base as well. That's now 5 straight base runners, 5 straight batters that have gotten on base for the Phillies. Harper stole 2 bases. No, Turner did. Turner stole 2 bases. Here comes Alec Bohm to the plate. Everybody in the Phillies lineup has a hit again today. The pitch on the way to Bohm. That is just inside for ball 1. Our first 3 hitters have gotten on base 10 times, not 9, because Harper has walked 3 times. Next pitch, and that's inside for ball 2. And Leo has been off target. Two balls, no strikes to Alec Bohm. The next pitch on the way, he pops it up. It's hit out over towards the... hit out and towards in front of the mound. Naylor calls off the catcher Raleigh, and he'll make the catch for the second out. It's so awesome to see the Phillies play small ball so well. I wish they didn't swing at that pitch, but it's been a great inning. It's a good string of at-bats, really. Marsh is coming up. He's 1 for 3. He has singled, walked, and scored a run. Was Larry wrong? Somebody time out Larry. I'm kidding. He was off by 1. The pitch to Marsh. There's a foul ball. Only one who didn't get on base is JJ. That's right. I was taken out of the game. Phillies have 3 doubles today, 1 triple, and 4 home runs. Make it 5 home runs. Or wait, no. They just have one homer. I was thinking 5 different guys that got on with an RBI. There's another swing and a miss by me. The pitch, this one's flied out to left field, and the inning is over as Rosarina makes the catch. All right, so we're going to the top of the 8th inning. I screwed up. But yeah, they have 3 doubles, 1 triple, 1 homer, and 5 different guys who have gotten an RBI. All right, we're going to the 8th. It's 8-2. Young, Rosarina, and Raleigh are all due up for Seattle. It's been a 2.5-hour game so far. Is Eric still here? True, you could sweep the remains of the Astros. Oh, man. I gotta tell you, the Phillies are playing a really good brand of baseball. Listen to this. This is from Mitch Rupert. The fact that the Phillies got the Zach Wheeler news and have come out and performed like this makes it really hard to believe they didn't get some kind of wake-up call from the news. Who knows if it carries into the final 6 weeks, but it's a good start. And you know, I couldn't agree more with that tweet. And honestly, it's not a good start, it's a great start. Zeus was on fire today. He was on fire today. And this offense, what's that now? Like 3 games in a row where they've put up at least 5+ runs? That's really good. Here comes Jose Alvarado. He is going to head back onto the mound for the Phillies for the first time since he got suspended. Last time he pitched was May 16th. First pitch, it's at 98 miles per hour, taken for strike 1. At a 2.70 ERA, 25 strikeouts and 20 innings of work. The next pitch, that is outside and low for ball 1. What's up, D? I do too, Quan. 1-1 pitch. That is low and outside for ball 2. Cole Young up at the plate. 0 for 2. He flied out and he also struck out. 2-1 pitch on the way. Line drive played on the hop, though, by Bryson Stott. He was shifted perfectly. Young is out at first on the throw from Stott. What are we at, 66? So 1 away in the 8th inning. Alvarado kicks and fires, and the pitch to Rosarina is fouled away. That cutter was at 92 miles per hour. The 0-1. There's a called strike. That's taken at the knees. Don't forget we got Diamond Zone tonight at 6:30. A Rosarina in the box. The 0-2 pitch. That is down for a ball. We have a lot to recap tonight. A lot to recap after this game. Would love to hear your thoughts. Call on in. Or just leave a voicemail. You could actually do that now. 314-0844. That's how you get a hold of the show. 1-2. That misses inside for ball 2. And the count is now 2-2. Did we get to 200 likes yet? 2-2 pitch on the way. As down and in for ball 3. We're at 187. 13 more likes till we get to 200. We're trying to get to 300. Let's get to 200 first, though. The payoff pitch from Alvarado. Ground ball hit sharply over to third. Backhanded by Bohm. The throw to first. Good stretch by Bryce. There's out number 2. Will we see the Durantula? No. Barring anything wild happens. We're definitely not going to see him. 2 outs, top of the 8th inning. Thank you so much, Mike, for the sub. I really appreciate that. And Joe, I think I thanked you before, but thank you as well. Here comes Cal Raleigh, who goes fishing after a pitch that was in the dirt. His average is down to 248. Kyle Schwarber has outplayed Cal Raleigh in this series at the plate when it comes to hitting. That was something I wanted to see. That's great. The 0-1 is down for ball 1. Raleigh in this series just has 1 hit, and it was a double. 1 for 11 in this series. He did also have 2 walks yesterday. 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And the count is 1-2. Ten seconds left on the pitch clock. Alvarado is going to reset. What's up, Pete? The 1-2 delivery from Alvarado. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. It's time to go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies lead it 8-2 against Seattle. Welcome back, Jose Alvarado. Nice. That was good to see. Bottom of the 8th inning coming on up. Got a lot of notes after today. The Phillies in this series have put up 26 runs and have allowed 13. I'll take that. Over their last 4 games, they have put up a total of 37 runs. I'll take that. That means that if you divide 37 by 4, they're averaging 9 runs per game. A little bit over 9. That's good. They play the Nationals again this weekend. I do want to let you guys know that we will not be covering that. I might be getting somebody to come on in for 1 or 2 of the games. I can't promise you, but I will let you know. You got to keep your notification bell icons turned on because I will probably post something about that either late tonight or early tomorrow about that. But just to let you know, I will not be on this weekend, and we'll be back on Monday. Okay? That's when we're going to be back. But, yes, just wanted to give you guys that heads up. Just to let you guys know. We are approaching the 3-hour marker here on stream. Tonight we got Diamond Zone. That'll be at 6:30, and I hope to see you guys on for that. We'll have the Mets game on as we do Diamond Zone. That'll be fun. And yeah, this stream has become a math frenzy. It has. Jose is listening from Florida. Go Phils, go Birds! We cover the Phillies. We do the Eagles. We do the Sixers as well. And we do other baseball content on here, too. Here comes Harrison Bader, and the pitch is taken for a called strike. Bader got hit by a pitch his last time up. Leo is still out there for Seattle. The 0-1 pitch. That's outside for a ball. John says super chat. Did we get a super chat? I don't think we got a super chat. 1-1 pitch. There's a foul ball. PJ says, have a great time. Thank you. I'm excited. Bader has gotten on base 3 times today. 1-2 pitch, and that's going to bounce in the dirt for ball 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The chat is super. Yeah. Joe Ross is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Bader strikes out. There's 1 gone in the bottom of the 8th inning. 64 subs away. How we doing on the likes? How are we doing on the likes? Did we get over 200? Are we over 200 yet? We're at 198. I want us to get to 250. Let's go. Kepler in the box. The pitch is outside for a ball. For an afternoon game, this is awesome. Thank you all so much for being on here. 1 ball, no strikes. Kepler in the box. And the 1-0 is outside, but it's called a strike. The 1-1 pitch. Outside for ball 2. 2 under! Nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. 2 balls, 1 strike to Max Kepler. Leo kicks, fires, and throws a strike at the knees. Who's excited for football season? I know I am. I'm excited for another red October. This will probably be the reddest October of all. If you noticed, I have only worn the jerseys a couple of times in big-time games. We're going to go all jersey out for red October. 2-2 pitch. And there's a foul ball. I live and breathe football, says Dr. DeLay. 2-2 pitch to Kepler. Ground ball. And that is down the right field line. That's a fair ball. And so Kepler's going to get on base again. He dives into second base. The throw's not in time. All of his at-bats today have been super productive. Max Kepler with his game of the season. Really. I mean, he just kept that ball fair. They cut a little bit late, so I had to sort of wait a second. But that stayed down the first base line, and Kepler cruised into second base. All right. Let's get into double figures. So Stott is coming up for Philadelphia. Leo kicks, deals from the stretch, and it's outside for a ball. Will Kepler do it again? I don't know, but I'll tell you what we're going to do right now. Charge! 1-0 pitch. That's on the outside corner for a called strike. Kepler did do it again. Why did I say I don't know? I just realized, wait, that didn't make sense. Well, what the heck you doing, JJ? 1 ball, 1 strike. Stott is 3 for 4. This bottom of the lineup just continues to be so productive for the Phillies. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. All 3 batters in the bottom of the lineup today have gotten on at least 3 times. At least 3 times. One ball, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott. Leo kicks, deals the pitch to Stott. Ground ball hits sharply over to first base. Naylor has it. Leo covers the bag on the receiving end and catches it. And there's out number 2. Kepler does advance over to third base, and now there's 2 outs. And Trey Turner is coming up for the 6th time today. He is 4 for 5 with a pair of runs scored and an RBI as well. And no Casty. Trey Turner is up right now. The pitch to Turner, foul ball. What grade are we giving Rob Thompson today? I'm going with an A-. How about you? No balls, 1 strike. And here's the 0-1 to Turner. That's off the plate for a ball. I'm going A- for Topper. One ball, 1 strike to Turner. The pitch to Trey. It's a foul ball. Scott says A. Quan says A. Okay. How about you? Mariners don't even have a at-bat with a runner in scoring position. 1-2 pitch to Turner. Ground ball hit over to second base. Backhanded by the second baseman Cole. To throw to first. There's hit number 5. 9-2 Phillies. The speedster Trey Turner with 5 hits on the afternoon. I mean, it was really going to be tough for Cole to just get Turner out at first. He's one of the fastest guys still in the game. Really. And now we'll bring up Kyle Schwarber. Pitch to Kyle, and he takes a called strike at the knees. 5 hits today for Trey Turner. A double, a single, and a run scored for Kyle Schwarber, and he has 3 RBI. Here's the pitch. It's up high for a ball. And the count is 1-1. Clap, clap. The 1-1 to Schwarber. Fly ball hit out to right field, and that puts an exclamation point to the game. Kyle Schwarber with a 2-run homer, his 45th of the season. A party out at CBP. Go! Everything going the Phillies' way. Wow. 20 hits. It's 11-2. And the pitch to Bryce Harper, swing and a miss. 45 homers on the season for the King. And the 0-1 is down and away for a ball to Bryce Harper. Let's go. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the bell icons. 8 runs in the last 2 innings for the Phillies. 2 balls, 1 strike. Schwarber smiling in the Phillies dugout. Let's go. What's up, Daddy? The 2-1 pitch to Harper, and that is lined foul. What's up, Lou? What's going on? Schwarber has 5 RBI, and Turner has 5 hits. Stott has 3 hits. Kepler has 3 hits. Bader has 2 hits. The 2-2 pitch, and that is low for ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Harper. That ball is flied out over towards left field. Rosarina is there. He'll make the catch. And we are going to the top of the 9th inning. It's 11-2 Philadelphia. They'll be back. Kyle Schwarber with a big 2-run home run. And the Phillies lead it 11-2. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Thank you for beating those Mariners. Woo! Still got 3 outs left. Take a bow for the king, Kyle. Yeah. What's up, Max? Guys, if you love the Yankees, make sure that you go subscribe to Max Coverage TV for all your Yankees needs. He also does Sunday Night Baseball. He also does extra baseball coverage. He's incredible with what he does. He really is. All right, after the game is done, folks, we do have a post-game show. You're more than welcome to call on in after this beauty, even though the game is not done yet. We'll see what ends up happening in this 9th inning. But this was by far their best win at home this season. It's not close. This is their greatest 8 innings that they have played. It's been awesome. And we'll see if they can just close it out with a 9-run lead. But anyhow, regardless, calling into the show, 610-314-0844. Turn on the notification bell icon, too. We also have a post-game, or after the post-game show, we will be back on for Diamond Zone at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll watch the Mets. We'll see how they do. We are also going to be covering the other teams as well. And we'll be on for about 6 hours. And then we're off tomorrow through Sunday. And I will see you guys back on Monday. So that'll be great. All right, 64 more subs so we get to 7K, baby. 8 runs in the last 2 innings for the Phillies. They have 20 hits in this game, 11 runs scored, and Joe Ross is going to come on in the pitch for the Phils. So Ross is now in there, has a 4.78 ERA. Alvarado did pitch. And Julio Rodriguez looks at strike 1 right down the pike. Okay. Crush them all. Stomp on them. Tear their hearts out. The 0-1 to Rodriguez. Line drive, base hit down the left field line. This is the only guy that the Phillies have not been able to solve today. And he gets on with a double. Brian, thank you so much for the $10 super chats. Hippo character with a pink hat flips it backwards and raises his thumb up in the air. Let's go! Let's go. Thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. Very, very nice. Eugenio Suarez is up at the plate for Seattle. He homered his last time up. Suarez takes strike 1. That's a fastball. Had 94 on the gun. Suarez batting .238. He had 2 errors today, but he did have a home run too. The 0-1, swing and a foul ball. Rafael Marchand is catching in this 9th inning for JT. You can understand why. Darn it, now we have to look at a box score where I see a 0 underneath the hit category. 0-2, swing and a miss. And Joe Ross gets the first out of the inning. How greedy does that sound? Man. 1 out in the top of the 9th. Five pitches for Joe Ross. And up next is Mitch Garver, right-handed hitter for Seattle. And he looks at strike 1, framed perfectly at the knees on the inside edge. Garver's average is at .217. He's slugging .357. He did homer in the first game of this series. And the 0-1 is swung on and missed. Scratch that. That was the second game of the series, right? No, it was the first game. I was correct. I second-guessed myself. The 0-2 on the way to Garver. Just fouled off. Got a piece of it off the end of the bat. Art. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 on the way to Garver. There it is, another strikeout. He gone. 1 more out to go. Josh Naylor is coming up. Josh Naylor is up. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball 1 to Josh. One ball, no strikes. Phillies pitchers today have struck out 17 batters. Phillies themselves offensively have only struck out 5 times. They've also walked 5 times. The 1-0, and that's down for ball 2. Larry was literally reading my mind. I was hunting for it. Larry got there first, I got to tell you. He did, he got there. 2 balls, no strikes. Ross gets set at the letters. The 2-0 pitch. There's a ground ball hit over to second base. Stott picks it up. Gets on his feet. Throws over to first. And the game is over. The Phillies sweep the Seattle Mariners and put up 11 runs in the series finale and win 11-2. Ring the bell for Philadelphia as they win. Let's go. That's win number 40 at the bank for the Phils. That's what I'm talking about. Fire up the brooms. Yeah! Nice. That was awesome. Great win. That was a great win. That was the best all-around Phillies baseball I've seen. That was the best total game that I've seen in a while from this Phillies team. They played a complete game. They played a complete series. Let's be real. They outclassed the Mariners. They made the Mariners look like they were the Nationals. They played so well. 5 RBI from Kyle. 5 hits from Trey. Harper had himself a great day. I know I say 1 for 3 on the stat sheet, but he had 3 walks, and he put up great at-bats too. Hitting was so contagious with this ball club today, and we will break everything down. There are so many positives. There's not really one negative. I kid you not. There's not really a negative in this game. My standout player today, Zeus. Jesus Luzardo looked like he was Zach Wheeler out there. That sweeper was disgusting. Every single time he went out there on the mound, he looked like the game was coming to him. He was in a groove on the mound. Everything that he threw turned to gold. I'm not joking. He threw the sweeper a lot of the times. Like the fastball, mixing that in was awesome. And then he ended up going to the curveball a couple of times I saw as well. I really thought that every single pitch that he had a purpose, and it also just had bite to it. It was not friendly. It was very deadly, really. And I loved that. I was so impressed with what he did out there on the mound. No walks is probably the most impressive thing that I saw from Jesus Luzardo. He had 10 strikeouts in 4 innings. He ended up having 12 strikeouts in 6. That's still very, very good. And that's the most strikeouts that he's had this year. He got there. That was awesome. The last time that he had no walks in 6 innings, I mean, it was August 4th, but, you know, he's only done that, like 4 times or 3 times this year. Just 3 times. So that's a very good sign from him. And I enjoyed what he was able to do out there on the mound today. Didn't have to do with a lot of pressure, and even when he had to throw from the stretch, he came through. I mean, he didn't have to do it a lot of times today, but even when he had to do it in the 2nd inning, he was able to strike out the side. That's great. Very good stuff. More to break down when we come back here on Play-by-Play with JJ. But yes, we'll be back in just a little bit. If you're not going to stay on for the postgame show, hit the thumbs up button on your way out. How do you guys feel after a win like this? We'll be right back, and we'll talk more about it. Don't go anywhere.
Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on, barreled out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
6. That's how many games this team is above those New York Mets in the NL East. I'll take it. And you know what is even better than just the number 6? How about the number 11? That's how many runs you put up today against this Mariners team. And the Mariners are not a joke. You outclassed them during this whole entire series. You made them your son. You were their father. You really were. You owned them. Castillo looked like a kid out there on the mound today. The defensive mistakes that they were making, the opportunities that they gave you, you slapped them right in the face, you smacked them down, you punched them in the teeth, and you knocked them out. I don't know what's going on. I would really like to think that maybe something is gathering together here with the whole news about Zach Wheeler and the bond that they are having out there on the field now. They look like that they are loving each other. I know it's only 4 games. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself. But, my gosh, this offense has been stellar. Really, really dominant out there. And I love every second of it. I'm not even talking about Zeus. I'm not even talking about Jesus Luzardo. We've read the stats. I don't even have to read them again. I don't. This guy had 8 strikeouts in 3 innings. And he ends up having 12 in 6. If we have this version of Zeus, and we have a positive version of Ranger, and we have a Cy Young version of Christopher Sanchez, that is phenomenal. That's great. That's really, really good. My favorite part today about Zeus was that he looked locked in from the start. There was one play, there was one pitch that he had. He threw, I believe it was a fastball to Cal Raleigh. And he decided, you know what, I'm going to test him with a pitch down the middle. He couldn't chase after the one that I just threw to him. Let's see if he can catch up with this one down the middle here. And that happened to be the pitch that he struck out on. That fastball whizzed on by him. And usually you don't like to go fastball down the middle, but he was so late on that pitch, he was like, you know what, I'm going to throw that to him, and I'm just going to give it to him right in that spot. Right in the spot where I know that he could barrel it out. But his timing looked so off. He really got into the batters' heads today. And he won the mental game. We questioned his mental toughness at times. I thought he mentally looked really strong out there on the mound. I thought that his approach that he had out there, the way that he winded up, the way that he was able to just get on the same page with JT. JT called a great game today again. I mean, that shouldn't really go unnoticed either, but I thought that him and JT were locked in. They were on the same page, and they just were an A-plus battery. They were. They were so good out there together. Let's go back to that 7th inning. That was probably my favorite inning of baseball that they've had this year. That was even better than the 2-out rally that they had against the Reds a couple weeks ago. And they put up 4 runs in that inning, all with 2 outs. I liked that inning. Don't get me wrong. And I thought that they played a very good inning there with 2 outs. But that 7th inning that they had today was by far the best inning that they've had this year when it comes to a whole inning. All right, so here is what ended up happening. And I have to go through the play-by-play here because this refreshes my memory on things. Okay, so Marsh gets on with a walk. Marsh walks on 4 pitches. Saucedo's pitching. This guy has such a slow approach to the plate. The base coach has said, because this guy is so slow, you gotta run. And if he's looking bad out there on the mound, you need to provide extra pressure. This guy is one of the slowest deliveries to home plate. He does. He just does. So Marsh walks on 4 pitches. Harrison Bader, not going to swing. Takes a sinker right down the middle, and then it gets hit by a changeup. Okay, so this guy is clearly in his head. This guy clearly does not know what to throw, and he's confused out there. So what ends up happening? Okay, Kepler hits a line out to center field. It was warning track power, pretty much. And then Marsh tags up from second, goes on over to third base. He knew that the ball was going to be caught. Good base running by him. And this at-bat changed the whole entire game. Bryson Stott comes up to the plate, looks at the sinker. Okay, Cal Raleigh, it's a pitch out. Cal Raleigh thinks that Brandon Marsh is going to come home because he's dancing off the bag. So now you're in the pitcher's head. Now everybody on the infield is looking out for you, and you're keeping the defense on its toes. The next pitch, Brandon Marsh, as soon as the pitch is being thrown, is sprinting to home plate. He's sprinting the home plate. Eugenio Suarez, for some reason, goes over to third base to try to cover him just in case they get caught into a rundown. That's really why he did it. But Bryson Stott hits the ball right over towards that vicinity, and Suarez overruns the baseball because he's going over to third base just to see if he could get Brandon Marsh out, just in case it's a swing and a miss or whatever it is. But Stott hit it perfectly. He hit it in the right spot, and Marsh was able to score because of that. So then what ends up happening is Trey Turner gets on with an infield single over to the shortstop area. And again, J.P. Crawford or whoever it was, I think it was Cole Young, bobbled the ball because he knows that Trey Turner is very quickly, and he had to make a very quick play there. And so Turner's speed helped out. And all he had to do was put the ball in play. He wasn't looking to do damage. He wasn't looking to hit a home run. He had a ground ball, and it was a chopper, and he had plenty of time to go on over to first base, and you loved that. And so that ends up happening too. So now the infield is drawn in because now you're up 5-2. If Kyle Schwarber hits a bullet past you, you can't field it, like the way that you normally would. You're trying to get the runner out at home plate just to keep it a 3-run deficit. So you're forcing the defense to collapse. You're forcing the defense on its toes. And Schwarber, all he has to do is hit a bullet. And he did. He hit a bullet right past Josh Naylor. No way that he was going to be able to stop that thing. And ends up getting on with an RBI single. Luke Raley makes a bad throw over from right field. I said that it was Dylan Moore before. I meant to say it was Luke Raley. Makes a bad throw. Turner's able to score. It was a good slide by Trey. It could have been close if there was a good throw, but the throw was off the line, and the Seattle defense, again, just wet the bed. but you caused that to happen. And then Harper gets on with an opposite field single. And now Leo comes out of the game. And, the pitcher for Seattle, who was it? It was Saucedo. Saucedo came out of the game. That approach against Saucedo was what we've been asking for this entire season from this team. A hit and run and just very good, solid, smart base running to cause the defense to react. That was strategical baseball. There was a purpose, there was a strategy in that whole bottom of the seventh inning. And I can't stress that enough. Over the last 7 games for Trey Turner, he's 20 for his last 34. He's not just getting the infield singles, and today he had infield singles, but again, there was strategy behind it. It wasn't like he was going out there lucking into an infield single. There was a purpose behind every single hit that he had today, including that triple to start off the bottom of the first inning. Great swing by him. He has figured it out, and he's doing exactly what we need him to do at the plate. Outstanding stuff. The bullpen. Let's talk about them. Let's talk about this bullpen. The bullpen today, I was happy to see Alvarado back. It was so nice to see him strike out Cal Raleigh the way that he did. That was awesome. Tanner Banks, I thought, did his job. I thought Joe Ross did fine in the 9th inning. The bullpen was good. I will get to the question that probably everybody's thinking about with Rob Thompson and taking out Zeus. We'll get to that in a second. After I just continue to glorify about Jesus Luzardo. 65 strikes and 89 pitches. Chef's kiss. We talked about it. We wanted to know, should Zeus go back out there for the 7th inning? I said yes. I thought that if Zeus gave up a base runner, you take him out then, and you put in David Robertson in that situation. And that was fine. I also understand why Rob elected to go in David Robertson's direction. I didn't think it was an egregious move. I just wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. I would have let Luzardo go out there to face another couple of batters. But if there was a base runner, Robertson was already warmed up. And I thought that was good on Rob's end. Rob was not asleep. He was not asleep today at all. But that's the only move that I disagreed with today. Rob Thompson, also a factor as to why you won this game. He sat Nick Castellanos. Max Kepler hit a home run, and Kepler, we're not even giving him enough flowers. Like, he's sort of under the radar here. Kepler had 5 great at-bats today. 5 great at-bats. You heard that correctly. He was productive in all of his at-bats. The home run was nice. The couple of hits he had, they were really good, and moving the runners over when he had to. He did great. So, but Rob pushed the right button by sitting Nick Castellanos, playing him, playing Harrison Bader, and Brandon Marsh. That outfield is probably your best defensive outfield that you have. You put Marsh out in left, you put Bader in center, and you put Kepler in right. That's your best defensive outfield right there. It just is. Yeah, it was good stuff. Rob also managed the bullpen very well. I think that Rob has actually pressed the right buttons over these last couple of games and has done himself a very good job managing. I can't believe I'm saying it. I've been so hard on Rob Thompson this year. I've been very critical of him, but the only move that I disagreed with in this series, in particular, that I could think of right now, is not putting Luzardo back out there for the 7th. And I didn't think that it was an egregious decision that he didn't let him pitch. I just would have liked him to get a couple more outs. And then if he allowed a base runner, then take him out. So 610-314-0844 is how you calling into the postgame show. Let me know how you guys feel down below. I feel like this was a very solid series. It was a very good win, and now you gotta take care of business against the Washington Nationals. Usually, a lot of times when we're watching this team, they'll put together a game where they put up 11 runs, and then they follow it up with a dud. They follow it up going asleep and just not showing up to the ballpark. They showed up all 3 games, and I got to give them credit where credit is due. Just keep it going. Don't stop. Keep it going. All right, let's take some phone calls. We're going to head back over to our main setup here. And before we get any calls, we will also take some messages, of course, on the chat as well. Shout out to each and every one of you. I think that is Do Not Disturb on voice. We'll see. I would like to hear what Rob is saying. Okay, Do Not Disturb is off. So that's good. That's good to know. Okay. 11 series left. 4 versus teams that are currently over 500 and 7 versus teams under 500. I like our chances to win the division, says Larry. I do too. But it's more than just that. We know that this team has to show up during the playoffs, but still winning the division, I still believe, is the best way for them to get an easier route, if that makes sense. It's the best route for them. The bottom of the lineup today, forgot to mention this, 8 for 14. What a joke. The top of the lineup, your top 3 hitters, 9 hits, and they were 9 for 14. Your weak link was JT, Bohm, and Marsh, and they went 3 for 14 combined, but they had a double, 2 walks, and a run scored. That was your weak link. Pretty insane. We never trailed. Never trailed at all during the series. But yeah, great stuff. Trey Turner tied his career high today with 5 hits versus the Seattle Mariners. He's on a 10-game hitting streak. He's batting .522 during that 10-game hitting streak, and that's 24 hits. I don't care about the streak. I care about the quality of hits. And that, to me, is what's outstanding. 24 hits during that 10-game hitting streak, and he's driving in runs. We're going to take a phone call. How are you, my friend? How are you feeling after this Phillies series sweep?
I'm feeling really good and feeling great, JJ.
Scott, that you have to admit that game was awesome. Was that cool?
Yes. Amazing.
What stood out to you the most, my friend, after a win like this?
Jesus Luzardo, man. Definitely the MVP.
That guy was godly, wasn't he? He was actually Jesus out there.
Yes.
That guy was so good. Yeah, he was just so... I think I said this before, but he looked so confident out there. Sometimes when you're watching him, you squint your eyes because you don't know what version that you're going to get. This guy looked like he was the best pitcher in baseball today.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, it's pretty insane. So, yeah, man, how about the offense, though? The offense put up a lot of runs.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. And put up, I think, 21 hits in, what was that, Monday night's game?
What'd you say?
We put 21 hits up in the Monday night game, didn't we?
I think so. We put up, yeah, you're right. And we only put up 20 today. Just 20, Scott. Just 20.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is pretty crazy. All right, Scott. I got to keep the line moving, but I love talking to you, man. Keep
Hey,
calling
and I will
on in.
definitely see you tonight on MLB Diamond Zone.
Let's go. I'll see you there. Take it easy, my friend. Great phone call as always. Yeah, that was something. I am interested to see what Rob is going to have to say after this game. He is talking to the media right now. I'll tell you, JT was even better than Cal Raleigh in this series. Cal Raleigh was just awful. The thing that really was striking to me about this series, heading on into this, I thought that Cal and Julio were the two better offensive players. So, well, actually, that's a lie. The way that I looked at it, if you were to make a comp chart, right, about who the best players were offensively in this series, I would have told you that the Seattle Mariners had the best two out of 3 players. It would be probably Schwarber number 1, Cal number 2. You can go back and forth, I understand, okay. And then you have Julio Rodriguez at number 3. The way that it ended up working out in this series was Kyle was number 1, Trey was number 2, and Julio Rodriguez was number 3. And that's just scratching the surface. 4, 5, 6, and 7, and 8 all belong to the Phillies. Just insane. So, but yeah, the box score is funny. Turner went 5 for 6 with 3 runs and 2 RBI. I can see why he was not an all-star. This Sonic Eagles fan. I like how we're just getting greedy, you know? Like we're just having fun. We're laid back. This is one of those feel-good games. Got to keep the ball rolling, though. I mean, who's pitching next? Let's go ahead to the next series really quickly as they play the Washington Nationals. They play them next. You better get your redemption against them at home. You better. You better play very well at home. It feels good to have a home crowd. They're right behind you. But you need to perform well against these Nationals. You got Walker going on Friday against Kate Cavalli. You have Aaron Nola Saturday against Mitchell Parker. Jake Irvin is pitching on Sunday for the Nationals, and Ranger is on the mound for Philadelphia. So, all right, that is going to wrap it up for me. I think that we pretty much hit everything on the head. It was a great win. I can't stress that enough. It's not been a fun season. It's been so, just they show you good baseball, and it's like we all know next what's going to happen. They're going to lay a dud. The starting pitching has been great, and then Zach Wheeler goes down. You have Nola going down during the beginning of the season. I mean, I'm missing a lot of twists and turns, so many. Sosa is not even starting. Think about it like this. Sosa is not even starting. And yet, the Phillies are doing, every position seems to be doing its part. Really. Usually a lot of times, like, we'll hear, play Sosa. And I usually agree. But now, and it's not that Sosa's doing bad. Bryson Stott's hitting. Alec Bohm is hitting. I don't want them to mess with this. I don't want them to mess with this. And I feel bad for the guy. But anyhow, I'm not trying to bash on Sosa at all. You know that I don't bash on him. That's my guy. That guy is awesome. But it's just interesting when we think about that. All right, that's over, everybody. I will see you all tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be back in 2 hours. All right, see you then. I'll let you go.